I did my year-end Community Beauty Awards. I asked what you guys wanted to see more of on this channel, and you said concealer reviews. I was thrilled because I always thought maybe they were a little boring. That is what you guys asked for, and good thing we've got a lot of concealers lately. Today we're going to be talking about the brand new Prada Concealer, which I have here in 2 shades. We are going to verbally compare this to the Chanel, and then I'm going to do a short that actually physically compares it to the Chanel, but today, don't worry, I will be addressing that. I will also attach my Chanel concealer review after this video so that you can check them and look for the short. I haven't made it yet, but I will. Okay, so this is the Prada Concealer. It's got micro filter pearls. I bought it in shade LN3 and shade MN4. We are going to use them both today. So I have a light, medium, neutral skin tone. So I got the deepest light neutral shade and then the fairest medium neutral shade. But it comes in 21 shades and it's $48. I know that this is pricey, especially compared to Chanel. So like I said, we'll kind of talk through it a little bit. I love, love, love the Prada Foundation. This is pretty much my favorite foundation ever made. And I have this one in LN25, which is a tad bit too light for me, but I just like it because it kind of brightens. I thought I would just kind of show you the difference here. So here is the LN25 in the foundation shade. Right there on my arm. I tried to do it nice and thick so you can see. Here is the Prada Concealer in LN. This is in case you're my skin twin. In LN3. Really similar, but let's see when they dry. And here it is, because I got it in 2 shades. You don't have to. We'll talk about shade choice as we do the try on. And we're doing a wear test, which I'm in the middle of right now. Here is the MN4. Boy, can you tell the difference there. That goes a lot deeper. And I'll let that kind of dry. While that's drying, let me just give you a little, do a little business here for the channel. Yes, I have noticed that things have been crackling and staticky. I tried to fix it by changing out my microphone cable. That did not do it. It appears to be the port on Kevin the camera. You guys know that my Canon camera is named Kevin, K-E-V-Y-N, after Kevin Aqua. And it looks like his port is dead. I'm using Kevin right now with no microphone, so you guys can tell me how it sounds. But we should have eliminated, I'm drying the concealers here. We should have eliminated that crackling sound. And then when I can, I'll go without Kevin the camera for a week and get that port fixed. So I apologize for any sound difficulties or any sound quality lowered, but at least we're not getting the crackly sound, right? All right, so just to show you here with it a lot more dry, here's the Prada Foundation, which I love, in LN25, as compared to the Prada Concealer in LN3 and the Prada Concealer in MN4. Take a look at that. What I want to do now is I want to go to the start of the wear test. I'm going to show you it. We're going to talk about the consistency. And yes, we are going to speak about how it compares. We'll speak at length, actually, about how it compares to the new Chanel concealer, because I know you don't want to be buying both. They're not cheap. And then watch for a short where I will physically compare both. I just wanted to make this video totally dedicated to the try-on and the wear test of the Prada. You know what I mean. All right, let's get into it. Okay, let's get this wear test underway. It's morning now, and I have morning skincare on and nothing else, as you can tell. So let's try this new Prada Concealer, and then we're going to let it go all day long, and we're not even going to put any Prada foundation. We're just going to wear the concealer and see what we think, okay? So we have LN3 and MN4, which you've seen. I'm going to use LN3. It's lighter around the eyes, and then the one that's maybe more skin tone on my face. Let's try it. First of all, yeah. Very light, very lightweight, very serum-like. Okay, I'm just doing one side of the face first. And I'm just putting it around the dark pits of despair. This is the LN3, kind of the deepest in the light neutral shades, letting it sit for just a moment. It's better to let concealer sit for a moment if you have a blemish, but okay, so the main thing to take away here from a concealer is there are 2 things when evaluating a concealer. There's the feel of it, how it spreads, and then there's the coverage. This one is much lighter than, I told you I would compare it to the new Chanel. Actually, probably in a short, I'll put them head to head. But I'm just telling you right now, just off the cuff, this is a much thinner consistency, but full coverage. Very rare to get thin consistency and full coverage in the same. The Armani Power Fabric, which was a favorite of mine years ago and had been for years on end, only to be replaced lately by kind of new concealer technology that's gotten better, frankly. That was light, but kind of medium coverage. The Chanel that I reviewed yesterday is medium feel full coverage. This is light feel full coverage. What do we think? Here it is, and here's nothing. Dark Pits of Despair without and with. What do you think? Looks pretty good, huh? We're just going to do one side of the face. I'm going to use the MN4, which is the lightest neutral medium on the rest of the face. So around the nose where I tend to get red, up here, some red spots on the chin, on the cheeks, because we're not going to put on any foundation. With the Chanel, I only got one shade. So yesterday I was a little lighter when I used the Chanel everywhere. Probably did a disservice, but okay. Again, just let it sit if you have a blemish. And if you do have a blemish you're trying to cover, kind of dab maybe, because right now what I am doing could be seen as kind of wiping away the product. I'm not. I'm just trying to kind of spread it evenly. But, ooh, this is lovely. Is it drying? I can tell it already is a little bit, but I'll tell you, just like the Chanel, it's got a serum-like quality to it. So it's going right in and becoming part of my skin already. So this side of the face has two different shades of the Prada Concealer, and this side of the face, just skincare. What do you think? So you can see that ruddiness here. I get a bit red. And over here, that should be better concealed. And would be really awesome with the Prada Foundation, but we're just testing concealer today. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm kind of impressed. Let me just do the other side of the face so that you can see both, but I'll speed it up. I'll use both shades again. Okay, let's speed it up right now. Okay, there is the entire face concealed. What do you guys think? No other makeup on or anything. Pretty nice. Or let's talk shade choice, okay? So with the Chanel, yesterday I got a lighter shade. I'll put that video at the end here in case you missed it. I got a lighter shade just for under the eyes, and then I used it all over the face, which works and doesn't work. It was a little light. What I've done here is more of a kind of classic way to use concealer, which is lighter around the eyes and then more of my skin tone around the rest of the face. Does it really matter, especially if you're using a full foundation? It really doesn't, honestly. I don't want you to feel like, oh gosh, Rebecca's saying I need to always buy 2 shades of concealer. You don't. You can. This is a more traditional way of doing it. But I could have, for instance, used this MN4 that I used on my face. I could have used that under my eyes too. I just wanted to brighten a bit. What I'm saying is anything goes. You don't have to be so strict about lighter shade, face shade. Do you? Okay. And if you're going to use foundation, I don't even think that the concealer shade matters all that much because the foundation will cover. I'm just, I'm just letting you know that yesterday when I used the lighter Chanel all over the face, could have been doing it a bit of a disservice, but I think it worked still. I don't get that crazy about concealer shades. As long as they're in the ballpark, to use an American expression, I think it's fine. All right, let me go off screen. I'm going to do some things around, and then we'll do a check-in towards the end of the day. Let's see how this little guy wears. So far, very impressed. Really light consistency, really full coverage. So very comfy. We'll talk about the drying and if it's drying and all that stuff when I get back. And for me, it'll be hours and hours, but for you, it's going to be just like this. Okay, we're coming back 8 hours later. I usually do a little test in the middle. I didn't today. I don't think you need it. I mean, let me just show you what we got here. We're 8 hours in. I'm prepared to wear it even longer, and I'll put that at the bottom of the screen. I don't really see this moving. And I'm going to do I'm going to do a short that will compare this to the Chanel, but we'll talk about it now anyway, because, you know, it just makes sense to. Full coverage, both of them. And this one is just a lot lighter to apply. Also feels like a serum foundation. Now, if you tend to get drier under eyes, both the Chanel and this, you're going to need to do some prep work. I don't have dry under eyes. I have really normal, neutral skin. I am so middle of the road. I'm such a fence sitter with my skin. I have it on my eyelids, and I have a little bit of sparkle on there, a little bit of highlighter on there, and that's it. I haven't powdered it. It really feels very self-setting. So because of that, this isn't, you know, we have some concealers on the market that are a little bit glowy and have a little bit more, maybe even, you know, that feel. This one is a lot more, tends towards blurring and feels serumy. So if you tend to get dry under eyes, you'll want to do some prep. I don't, and it's fine. I do not have any powder, and it is not sinking into lines. And it's been a whole day. It is not sinking in here. I am wearing it almost as a foundation, and I'm very happy with it. Do I recommend this versus the Chanel? It is going to be a texture choice. The Chanel has a bit of a creamier, more medium texture, but you got to work fast with it because it will suck into your skin like a serum. This one sucks into your skin like a serum too, but it's a much lighter texture. Both of them have very full coverage. I am pleased with both. So it's going to be what texture you prefer and how dry your skin is. If you have really dry under eyes, I don't know if you'll like this one or the Chanel, because you might want that little bit of radiance and that little bit of creaminess. Although I don't find this is looking crepey at all, I also do not have dry under eyes. But let me know any other questions that you have. I mean, I think it's still looking pretty good. And I have been using color corrector instead of concealer for a while now. I'll use this or the Chanel. Which one do I prefer if I had to pick one? I would say this. I just like that it's lighter texture and, you know, blends a little more easily. Some people just like the feel of a thicker texture. It's going to be about your preference to feel. So if you don't have to buy both, do it that way. Let me know if that makes sense. Let me know if that makes sense. And I will do a short that actually physically compares the two, but I just wanted to talk about it here as well, if that makes sense. So watch for that short. Let me know anything else that you guys have in terms of questions. You know, you can come here every Friday because we have a live that I lead with my membership every Friday. You can join that membership down below and look for ways to purchase this product down below, and where I can up here in screen on YouTube shopping. Let me know what you think of the sound. This is with no microphone, but we got rid of the crackling. For now, till Kevin the camera can go in the shop, don't forget to follow me over on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and Facebook, all of that good stuff. I'll meet you all down in the comments. And of course, I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.